Ready? Go!
I was going to do DDR, but I came kind of fascinated with a feature of my MIDI controller, which was a built-in accelerometer. And I was trying to figure out ways I could implement that into DDR, but I really couldn't come up with anything that interested me that much. So I made Super Monkey Ball because in the game, you kind of move around the platform. It's like a platformer where you're a monkey in a ball, and you move the stage underneath you, kind of tilting it where the ball, goes. And I thought that was perfect for this, so this is how I did it. I mainly followed the tutorials on the rtmidi website. Some examples, I just have the data 1 and data 2, which are these messages that come from this MIDI callback function, is just like straight from their website. And I have I'm taking in those values of MIDI data 1 and MIDI data 2. And in my update world function, I'm using the physics body, which is the ball, and applying a force to it, which is like the interpolation of that angle from 0 to 40 as a force in the specific directions. It seemed hard at first, but MIDI CC actually makes it really easy. It's very universal, so any controller that has CC can work with this project. So I have this other one here, and if I move this knob, I can move forward, and I didn't have to change anything. I just had to change the port number, and that's it. I also added the option to use WASD controls, which is on my GitHub. The MIDI movement part is actually on a different branch, so yep. There's two more things I want to show in my code. One is the sound effects, so I have sort of three main sound elements aside from the soundtrack. There's the roll sound, which plays as the ball rolls. There's the second sound that does every second of the timer. And there's the hit sound, which does it every time you hit something pretty hard. For the rolling one, what I did was I just changed the playback speed based on the velocity of the ball. And then for the hit, it was hard to get like if the ball hits the surface. So I did sort of a velocity delta, which was if the velocity changed a significant amount, then I played the spike sound. So if it's traveling very fast and then it hits a surface, then the velocity rapidly drops and that delta goes up. So that sound is played. There's really nothing else I want to cover because I talked about most of the physics in my physics assignment. I did most of the modeling, sound design, and everything, and I like how it turned out. Yup. I want to add a section in this video that shows people how to use MIDI in their projects because I found someone else's video and it was very helpful, but I want to go all the way. So if you don't want to watch that, go to but if you are interested, watch this. So you can download the repo from here, and then unzip this, and then in here, if you go to CMake GUI, just open this up in CMake GUI, and then create a build folder. And then just run this for whatever Visual Studio you have. Generate open project. Now you have the solution and you can just build it right away. Assuming everything is going well for you, you can continue, go in here, build, debug. You can also do the release when you use it in release. And then copy this DLL, bring it back to your module. You're gonna put this in your C1 folder, and then copy these files and then put it in your lib64. I'll just make mine here. I'll put it all here. And then your include folder is just going to be here because all the files, it's just one header file. So cool. Let's do run cmake GUI. Or actually we need to do our cmake list text. So mine is in a weird place, so I'll just do this. Okay, that should be fine. Now let's run the cmake, or let's copy this, run cmake GUI, and then copy this into your C1 folder. I don't know where it went. Okay. So let's find gdal. I never figured out how to get this to not do it, so then configure, generate, open project. And then there's like 2 last things you need to do before you're golden. So it does require Windows Multimedia. So go into C++, C++ preprocessor, and then add here __ Windows _mm __. That is required for it to work. And then linker input add winmm.lib. Now you're all good to go. If you just should work if we do include rtmidi.h. You know, you can just go on their website, try some of their example code, and it should work just fine.